Okay, hello. BizTeams.com is very glad to get to know more about your business. Could you please describe your products and services?
We're a fraud protection company. We work with merchants online or in card-not-present transactions to help protect them from fraud online and all the bad things that happen when fraudsters get a hold of your website.
Okay, one of your corporate slogans is boost sales, beat fraud. And you emphasize that fraud moves fast, Kount moves faster. How do you struggle with fraud and who usually wins?
You know, it's interesting that last year we had a really good year. The growth of e-commerce was, by most accounts, grew about 16%. The Gartner Group just came out with a new study that said that fraud grew by 25%. So we can see that the fraud online and in card-not-present transaction areas is growing very rapidly. They're very well organized, they're very sophisticated, and our technology keeps up with them on a regular basis. We update our software about every 90 days to make sure we are current with the trends that are happening today. If you use our system, fraudsters don't win. Unfortunately, a lot of merchants go unprotected because they don't believe that fraud is a problem. And at some point, it'll hit them, and when they get hit by fraud, they'll know it, and it hurts pretty bad.
Okay. We are informed that MaxiPaygo selected Kount to bolster fraud protection. What other famous large clients can you boast of?
You bet. In the payment area, Chase Payment Tech has used Kount. We are their inside fraud solution. They've rebranded that as SafeTech. LexisNexis uses us in their fraud solution, powered by Kount. We've got a number of other places like Planet Payment. They use our process. We're on the Magento platform, and we're working on a Demandware platform product right now.
Okay, so what is your target audience? Does Kount help only large enterprises, or do you also provide fraud protection for small and medium businesses? Is it difficult to work with large enterprises? Aren't they too strict and too exigent?
You know, they're hugely different customers to work with. Large enterprises, because they typically have more staff, more layers of management that needs approval. They look at our project as an IT project, even though it's very simple to put our product in place. We have a number of top-tier enterprise customers in that top 100, but we probably have more customers in that middle tier, that middle market. What we've seen is fraud has started to move down the food chain from the big companies who are now getting more and more protection every day to those companies that just don't have an IT staff, they don't have a fraud manager, and so they need more help than those enterprise companies. So a product like ours, which is easy to install and easy to use, is really a wonderful product for them.
Okay. Now we'd like to ask you a few questions looking for your opinion about general issues in digital marketing. First of all, what future for using mobile devices and mobile marketing all over the world would you predict?
You know, mobile's come on hard and fast, and we actually just did some research on it. We saw about an 850% increase in the last 2 years of mobile products being used for purchasing. And we've also seen a number of devices trying to breach fraud or payment processes and so forth, especially with alternative payments and those types of things. We see that increasing. We see more and more avenues for customers to make purchases, and it's not something that we can ignore anymore. Between purchasing and marketing, that digital, that mobile product, whether it's a game player, a phone, or an iPad, we have to make sure that we're covered and manage the customer where they want to buy, when they want to buy.
Okay. In your opinion, what is the reason for the disastrous Facebook IPO, and will it recover?
I think there's a lot of hype there. Facebook is a great company. They do a fun product online. They're into a lot of different areas. But I think there was also a lot of hype with that. I think if that hype wouldn't have been there, it probably would have come out at a slightly lower IPO, which would have been more reasonable.
So Google Animals, do pandas and penguins really help mankind, or do they just cause harm to SEO professionals?
You know, I think SEO is very complicated to begin with. I don't know that we need to throw the animal kingdom in there to make it better. I don't see that being a long-term initiative.
Okay. Will social media with their search facilities kill traditional search engines like Google, from your point of view?
I don't think so. I think they will work very well hand in hand. There may be something that comes up in the social side of things that does more Google for specific social needs instead of just worldwide. You know, across the top of Google you see news and images. There may be something there that says social.
How do you remain up to speed with all rapidly changing technologies in digital marketing?
You know, we talk with dozens of merchants every week. We're on panels. I do lots of speaking around the world. I speak with analysts. I go to conferences like the Online Marketing Show, the e-tail shows. They give us a good insight of what our customers are feeling, what they're seeing. And our data that we see on a regular basis, we see about 50% of the world's card not present transactions. So we get a really good feel for what's happening out there.
How can companies benefit from taking part in digital marketing events?
Digital marketing is changing just like everything else. The techniques, the tools, the strategies, those are something we've got to stay on top of, and they can take advantage of that by keeping themselves abreast of what's happening in the market at shows like this.
Okay, so slightly personal question. What is the worst advice you've ever been given in business?
That all business is good business. I don't believe that. I think there's some business you should walk away from because it's just not a fit, doesn't work in your market, or you can't satisfy the customer and come up with an excellent customer representation.
Are you aiming at any ambitious goals to achieve in the future? If yes, what exactly?
You know, Kount is always being ambitious. We've grown by about 350% over the last year. We seek to try and continue that growth. And my personal goal with this company is to make sure that people are very aware of what fraud is, what it can do, how to stop it, and how the advantage of having a proper fraud system in their current system can actually make them more money.
Okay, we're very grateful to you. Please do watch the interview at bizteams.com.
You bet. Thank you very much.